Okay,
No
attempt
one.
2. So,
Take 2, yeah.
the masses are restless. I wrote this problem out, and first I did kind of just work left to right. I got that. I did 12 and 6, and then I kind of added. I got that. I worked this way. Got an answer of 16. Correct answer, of course, is 10. We'll cover that. But what I was saying here, before we got cut off here, is in math, as you would expect, we should all get the same answer. I mean, math is a thing that have rules all over the place, right? There's never such thing as 2 correct answers in math, right? It's either
Unless it's estimated.
this or it's that.
What if
Unless
it
it's
was
estimating.
2
But we're not
times 3
estimating.
and 2 times 2?
So there's only one correct answer, and if we don't all get the same answer, then
Something happened.
we're not all following the same set of math rules, basically here. Any of these could be correct. I mean, I can change order. We're not going to get into that here, but if whatever you see in all these problems here, there's a defined set of rules or order that you have to go about solving these things here. And therefore, if you follow that rule, the order, then you will all get to the same answer. So the acronym is something called PEMDAS. It's one of those things that, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally type of things here. Some people have one of those, where each letter stands for a sentence word in a
Like
sentence.
the
Please
planet
excuse
thing?
my dear, yeah,
Like the planet
thing.
So the book said, so I know what you're going to say. Parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide.
Yep,
Yeah, but it tells you to do multiply or divide.
correct,
Or add or subtract.
correct.
And then just whatever comes first to the left.
That is correct. That's the
Yeah.
tiebreaker. In case of a tie, work left to right.
Okay.
Okay, and you are going to have that type of scenario, like just here, for example. Which one do I do first? You do this one before that one because it's farther to the left. So, same thing with here. I'll multiply by 2 before I divide by 2. So, right, in case of that tie level, then it's work left to right. That's the tiebreaker. Okay, PEMDAS. So, however you want to remember it, that's fine. But basically, there are 6 letters here, but there's actually 4 levels to it. And the levels are the order you have to deal with things. So starting with the P, that's the first thing you always deal with. Number 1, the most important thing about the P stands for parentheses. All right, parentheses look like this. Those are parentheses. So what I am telling you here is, if I look at my book here, so we're flipping around, anytime there's some parentheses there's some over there, right? See them around? Wherever we see those parentheses or those brackets, the first thing we want to solve is whatever's inside those brackets. So the first thing I'll solve in 25 is 49 divided by 7. Right, 27. First thing I'm going to solve, I see parentheses, is 63 divided by 3. 29, I see 2 brackets. So the first thing I'll do, work left to right, solve 28 divided by 7. And then over here, solve 7 times 2. 28 divided by 7 is 4. 7 times 2 is 14. And you can kind of imagine 4 plus 5 minus 3 plus 14 would be here now. Right? So always looking for parentheses first. Wherever I see them, I'll want to do whatever the order of operation is inside of them first. Okay? What?
Do we do exponents this year?
Maybe later on this year, but not really. No. So that leads us to number
Ooh,
2.
You can demonstrate.
Right, the E. And the E stands for exponents. That's what I meant. Fair enough. Yep. I would guess at some point we'll talk about an exponent. They write nothing with exponents here. Page 93. Page 93, that's backwards. Page 93. That's doesn't make any sense. I try and use the glossary for one thing, and what does it do? Exponents, 91, 137, page 175. Is that exponents? No. 289. Oh yeah, there's some exponents, scientific notation, but not the kind we want. 390. What's that look like?
Oh, I understand.
Oh, yep, there they are with square units, but still 392, 93. Looks like we don't have any official exponents. So, no problem. This is what I'll tell you, all you need to know. So, an exponent looks like this. If I wrote, say, like that. This is this small number up here. And I guess I can show you that scientific. I should have just left that up. So it's a small little. Right. Looks like that. There's 10 to the first power, 10 to the second. You see those little numbers above the 10 to the right? Those are exponents, right?
What did that do?
So what an exponent does, this number we call the base, right? So an exponent, if you want to know, or write it down, exponent tells you how many times to multiply the base times itself.
Do we write exponents in this?
If you want it. An exponent tells you how
Do we
many
write
times.
what you just wrote in there?
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, I know.
Great. An exponent tells you how many times to multiply the base times itself. So you need two things, an exponent and a base. So what I'm telling you here is what if I read this here, this is what we say is 2 to the third power. This would be 2 to the 6th power. This would be 5 to the 19th power. But the exponent tells you how many times to multiply the base times itself. My base is 2. The exponent is telling me to multiply 2 times itself 3 times. So 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8.
What? Yeah, so it's really just 2 times 3 plus.
If I had 2 to the 4th power, that would be 2 times 2, which is 4, times 2. That's to the 3rd power, times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16.
I get it.
Right? If I had 2 to the 9th power, I'd multiply 2 times itself 9 times. Huh?
I can't just put 2 times 4. Oh, wait, never mind.
Well, 2 times 4 is that. 2 times 4 is 8.
Why can't we just put
2 to the 4th power is 16.
Why can't we just put 2 times 8? It's less confusing. Because then it wouldn't be
Because it's not 2 times 8. It's 2 to the 4th power. It's exponential growth is what it is. Anyway, back on track. So, back to today, 5th grade world. So, if we look at our lesson here, with any depth, as has been pointed out, there are no exponents to be found, which basically means for our purposes here, we can just ignore this step for the time being. It's not applicable to us. It's not that it doesn't exist, it's just we don't have any exponents right now. So if we did, we deal with them after parentheses. Since we don't, we'll deal with our parentheses and then we go to step 3. Now, step 3 is 2 letters, the M and the D. All right, the M is multiply, the D is divide. Okay? So what I'm saying here is after I get rid of all my brackets, or parentheses, if you will, there shouldn't be any left. Basically, the problem could look something like this. Maybe here they had 3 times 2 in brackets. But at this point here, we're looking for multiplying and divide symbols. What I am making sure I am not doing is adding, and subtracting at this point. Okay? That's the whole key. So if I look at 14, well, I see 16, and I'll write it down real quick here. But the rules say multiply and divide. Now here, notice how I don't have any parentheses, right? I don't have any exponents. So I guess you could say I did steps 1 and 2, right? I don't see any parentheses or exponents. Now I'm up to step 3, multiply and divide. So in this case here, I told you you do them equally here, but I see a divide over here, a multiply here. Which one do I do first? And it matters which one you do first. This is number 14.
Multiply
But
first.
what you do, they tie. So what you do first in case of a tie, multiply or divide, what do I do first is you work left to right. If you need a tiebreaker, work left to right. And in this case, we do need a tiebreaker.
So multiplying and dividing are basically in the same one?
They're both. I told you there's 4 levels to it here, but there's 6 letters. First level is parentheses. Second level is exponents. Third level is multiplying and dividing. All multiplying and dividing goes on the 3rd level. You don't do them in any particular order because they're identical. One's not. So when I see a multiply or divide, well, then I work left to right. So in this problem here, I would want to do this division first because it comes before the multiply, right? In case of a tie, multiply and divide are ties. So then I go to the tiebreaker. What do I do first? 2 times 6 or 16 divided by 4? And I would do 16 divided by 4. Why? Because it's farther to the left. Right? Multiply or divide. So then I could do that. Blah, blah, blah. 16 divided by 4 is 4. 6 times 2 is 12. By the way, the answer to that one would be 16. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Next up, do my multiplying. 2 times 6 is 12. And then finally, finish it. So once you've done that, all your parentheses are now gone. All your exponents have now been removed. You've done all your multiplying and division problems that are in front of you. The only thing you will have left at this point is either adding problems or subtracting.
Kind of.
And once again, I would suggest just working left to right with that for the time being. So same deal. But that's it. You just, the last step is just adding and subtracting. You just work left to right, and that should produce one final number in the end. Because I've done all the of operation, I've added, I've subtracted, I've multiplied it, I've divided. There's nothing left to do, right? That's it.
I wrote it in a simple
So
way.
let's do a few together. I'm looking at page 122. Okay, 4 levels. I should write number 4 here. There we go. Level 4. Adding or subtracting. So level 1, parentheses. Level 2, exponents. Level 3, multiplying or dividing. Level 4, adding or subtracting. Yes? So now, let's try a couple. Let's try number 6, 9, and 12. Which means you guys try them. 8 plus 3 times 4 minus 5. Mm-hmm.
Parentheses exponents. Oh, why are my arrows very
There. First one. Walk me through the steps, Dominic.
So for the first one, I did. So I did 3 times 4 is 12. Then I did 8 plus 12, which would be 20. Minus 5 is 15.
15 is the correct answer. So first
39.
So you'll have me.
you did 11 times 4 is 44. 44 minus 5 is 39. But you got to do your multiplying problem before you add. So you got to do 3 times 4 first.
So what's the answer? 15.
It's 15. But the first thing you should do is 3 times 4 because I always do multiplying before any adding and subtracting. And again, if you got 39, I get it. I mean, 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 times 4 is 44. 44 minus 5 is 39. But we always do multiplying before adding. 4 times 3 is 12. And then rewrite 8 plus 12 minus 5. 8 plus 12, 20. 20 minus 5, 15. Okay, next one. It's George. He's not even in this room right now.
Well, we could go get more.
Thatcher.
Okay. So 6 times 3 is 18. Then 48 divided by 18 equals 3.
18 times 3 is 54.
Okay, then 2.
What are you even saying? Yeah.
So Thatcher, we have a tiebreaker situation with yours here. I see a division, I see a multiplying, so you're not doing the right thing.
Yeah.
What do you do first?
You first want to do 48 divide by 18.
Divided by 6.
Oh!
Yeah, we start
Right, because multiplying and dividing neither outrank each other. They tie. I just wrote multiplying first because it's PEMDAS, not PEDMAS. Right? So that's why multiplying is right. It's not PEDMAS. Sounds like the boss of somewhere. The PEDMAS. Anyway, but no, they tie. And the tiebreaker is left to right. So the division comes before the multiplying problem. So 48 divided by 6 is?
8.
So now I'm left with 8 times 3 minus 5.
8 times 3 is 18. Then minus
No, that's
9.
not 8 times 3.
Wait,
That's 6 times 3.
18 minus 3?
No.
What's
wait.
8 times 3? It's not 18.
What's 8 times 3?
8 times 3 is 18.
No, it's not. 8 times 3?
8 times 2 is 16, by the way.
8 times
Oh, 24.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Thatcher.
It
Good
was
job.
6 times 2 is
This has not been your
Oh,
problem,
24
Thatcher.
minus
This has not been your
24
problem.
minus
So what's
5.
24 minus 5, Thatcher?
90.
Okay, there we go. All right. So, right. This is why we practice. Okay, that's fine. All right. 19. 48 divided by 6 first. 8 times 3 next. Kana, 12.
Okay, so 81 divided by 9 is 9.
I got 9 minus 2 times 3.
2 times 3 is 6.
9 minus 6
3.
is 3. That is the correct answer. So, very similar to your problem, Thatcher, where we do left to right. If you did division first, multiply happens second. I mean, if I'm not saying we got to solve this here, you know, minus 2 divided by 3, but if this was how the problem was, well, the first thing we'd do is 81 times 9. We would do the multiplying first, just because it comes to the left of the division, right? So in this case, we would do the multiply before the divide.
So you just do whatever is first?
Right, for the, right,
Unless there's
that's exactly
parentheses.
correct.
Unless there's parentheses.
Well, yeah, parentheses first. Once they're all gone, then we don't have them. Then you're looking for all your multiplying and division problems. That's exactly what you're doing. And if you see more than one, do like reading a book, left to right. Just like you guys see it. Start on
Dividing,
the left,
then multiplying, then dividing.
then do dividing, then multiply, then divide. Right. Always that order. Right, that's the tiebreaker. Okay, let's see. Try numbers 20.
Yeah.
23. And 26. And again, just take your time. You just need to ask yourself, what do I need to do first? And solve that problem first. It's not the worst strategy if you need or want to rewrite the problem. As I solve something, I just write that answer in. You see, 4 times 3 is 12. It's right there. 8 plus 12 is 20. It's right there. 48 divided by 6 is 8. 8 times 3, 24. 81 divided by 9, 9. 2 times 3, 6. So I just rewrote the problem each step of the way. Every time I solve something, I just rewrote the problem. All the other things in the problem, I didn't do anything with. They just kind of come with me to the next step. But each time I would write a little bit less every time. Different people will do these a little differently. Do not assume you could remember like 4 numbers in your head at the same time. Where, well, I just did that in my head, and I did that in my head, and then I did all that in my head, and I did it all in my head. And then get 2 out of 10 correct.
When you're subtracting, do you put the bigger number on the top or the bottom?
Bottom.
You should know.
Well, no. It's the first number goes on top. The second number goes on bottom. I guess for where we are today, hopefully that first number is bigger than the second number. Otherwise, you would have a negative value, and we haven't covered that yet. If that would be the case, well, then you can feel confident there's an error somewhere in the problem. All your answers are whole numbers, by the way. There's no decimal answers at all. At any point in the homework, all 24 of those, whole numbers. So if you ever get a decimal or something, that's a problem.
How much you gonna do?
All right.
26.
All right, number 20. Charlotte.
Not one. Okay. Number 20, number 20. Since there's parentheses, you do 19 minus 2,
Yep.
which is 17.
So I got 7 plus 17 times 3.
So, 17 plus 17 times 3.
Right. Always multiply and divide before adding and subtract. So what's 17 times 3?
Figuring it out.
I'm thinking,
51.
right, 51, and then find,
51 plus 7 is 58.
there's my answer right there, 58. Parentheses first, 19 minus 2 is 17. I'm adding whatever the answer to that is. So 7 plus 17 times 3, do the multiply, it's
Okay,
50.
good, I got it.
All right, 23, Emma,
What?
23.
23.
what do we want to do first?
What are we doing?
23.
22.
Do I have any parentheses? Exponents?
No.
Multiplying or dividing?
Yeah.
Which ones?
5 times 3.
Yep, I got that. And
45 divided by 5.
so it looks like, so adding and subtract I don't care about right now because I got to do all my multiplying and dividing first. So I got 45 divided by 5 over here, 5 times 3 over there. Which one should I do first?
The division one.
Right, why? Why am I doing the division first? No. What's the tiebreaker? In case of a tie.
Left to right.
Right. And the division is to the left of the multiplying. So this is what I need to do first because it comes before that one there. But I always got to do multiplying and dividing first. So first thing I got to do is this. What's 45 divided by 5?
9.
Right. So now I got 59. 45 divided by 5 is 9 times 3 plus 41. And all I did was 45 divided by 5 is 9. 59, subtract, multiply. What do I do next?
9 times 3.
Right. All multiplying and dividing before any adding and subtracting. So I have to do multiplying. 9 times 3.
27.
So now I got 59 minus 27. 9 times 3 plus 41. What's 59 minus 27?
2 and 3.
3, 32. And then add 41 more.
3. 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
I got 57.
Right, so next up, work left to right. 59 minus 27 is 32 plus 41. There's my 73 right there. 73. Good. Okay. 26. Dominic.
Oh, okay. So 35 divided by 5, which is 7. Then I did times 2, which is 14. Then I did that. Then I did 3 times 6, which is 18. Then I did 14 plus 18, which would be 32.
Yep.
What in the world? Can you say that a little slower,
That's what I got.
please?
So, first up, parentheses, right?
Yes.
35 divided by 5 is 7. So then if I rewrite everything, I got 7 times 2 plus 3 times 6.
So 7 times 2 is 14.
So then I see I got multiplying here, multiplying there, adding. But of course I can't do any of my adding until I deal with these two multiplying problems. And since multiply, tiebreaker, work left to right. So first one on the left, 7 times 2. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 3 times 6. Deal with the other, multiply second, the one farther to the right. 3 times 6 is 18. So 7 times 2 is 14, plus 6 times 3, which was 18. 14 plus 18, 32. 32. All right. Last 3. We'll just keep going in our multiples of 3. 29. Homework, page 38, 1 through 24. Page 38, 1 through 24. There's your homework. Similar problems to these. 29, 32. Minus 3, 1. And 35.
I have to go.
Yes, Emma, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. $29, $32, $35. The orders of operation are back there too, hanging up. Right back there. Top in the corner there. You see order of operation, then you see the 1 parentheses, 2 exponents, so it will be there. I'm not planning to take it down or anything, but it is there, I suppose. If we tried to do the problem they have for an example up there, it has exponents, so therefore it would be impossible for you.
Yeah, we don't even know what exponents are.
Impossible, right?
Well, Dominic
Must be.
knows what exponents
He
are.
seems like he has a grasp on it.
I think I know what they are.
Thatcher's feeling good.
I do not.
Well, we don't need to worry about that. We need to know things like 8 times 3 is 24. That's what we need to get work on.
I
I
thought it
know.
was 6 times 3.
Yeah.
I
And
didn't
dividing
hear
with
it
our
correctly.
compatible numbers.
Okay, I'm trying my homework
Kena.
while you guys
I
take
didn't
forever.
hear it correctly.
And not when you're dividing by 24 to off to the side go, hmm,
I didn't hear it correctly.
hmm, hmm,
What's going on?
hmm. I'm recreating you doing a division problem.
What?
Right. So before we get to exponents, we got things we can work on right now. Exponent day will come.
Can we work on our homework while we wait?
Sure. You bet. I suppose without these rules in place, it would be almost impossible to really do any math ever. I mean,
How long have you been teaching for?
teaching,
Yeah.
well, it depends how you classify that. Full time, the time I was a sub,
You were a
the
sub one?
time, the years I spent as a CCD teacher.
Yes, all your years of teaching.
So all that CCD.
Yeah. It's not college.
I taught CCD for about 20 years. Did that when I was in college, a teenager. I was a sub teacher and an aide for 3 years, and then I've been full-time teaching for 5 here. Even though my first year here, I was technically not a true teacher.
What were
I had
you?
an
your
emergency
first year?
license. Well, I was finished. I was still taking my classes on how to be a teacher.
You're still taking classes?
No, not anymore. My mom was a teacher here for 15 years.
Wait, what?
My mom, she taught first and second grade here.
You did?
Mm-hmm. She taught here, not when I was going to school here though, it was long after I was going.
So I was talking.
My sister's a teacher, a
talking
math
about the-
teacher. She taught in Shell Lake for a
Your
few
sister's
years.
a math teacher?
Right. She worked with Mr. Nortz out there when he was a teacher out there.
Is your clock gonna be a bear's clock?
I don't think so. It'll probably be something with all the names of my family, and I don't know what else at the moment here. I'm not very creative. It's one of my things. It's not something I excel at all. Particularly uncreative, actually. I can make things look really good, like organized and pretty and stuff like that, but it's more like organizing stats and numbers and stuff like that. I can categorize them real well, so it may look pretty and creative, but it's all logically done. No creativity whatsoever.
I'm gonna make my clocks for my parents for Christmas. I'm gonna make mine for Alex.
Yeah, I'm still contemplating. I know I want all our games, but what exactly I'm going to decorate it with and how I want it to look in shapes and colors. I want it to definitely be like a nice stained wood. I don't want like a bunch of paint and color on it. Alright, close enough. There. 29. Charlotte.
Okay. 28 divided by 7 is 4.
Yeah, that's where I would start in the brackets there. Okay.
And then 4 plus 5 is 9.
We got more brackets.
7 times 2 is 14.
Right. Yeah, we gotta get rid of all them first. And now, looks like it's just some adding and subtracting to the finish line, so.
4 plus 5 is 9. 9 minus 3 is 7.
9 minus 3 is what?
Wait. 9 minus 3. 6. Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then 6 plus 14 is 20.
Yep. 9 minus 3 plus 14. 9 minus 3 is 6 plus 14 is 20. That is correct. Good. 32. Kina.
32. Okay. 24 divided by 6 is 4.
Yep.
4 times 2 is 8.
Yep.
4 minus 8.
What? Isn't it
4
4
minus
minus 3?
Oh yeah. 4 minus 3 is 1. 9.
I agree. 9. 24 divided by 6. 2 times 4. And then just add and subtract left to right. 4 minus 3 is 1, plus 8 is 9. This one, again, we've seen this type of stuff before. Not a very hard PEMDAS problem by any stretch here. But these here, again, I didn't even tell you. I just assume you knew what to do. Since I didn't hear any of you asking about it, I'm guessing that is correct, right? Right. Thatcher, if I plug in n, what do I need to do?
Okay, so 28 plus 32 equals 60.
Uh-huh.
60 times 4 equals 240.
Right. 6 times 4 is 24, and a 0. 240.
Woohoo!
That's what I got, too.
Can we look at our homework?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
No, I think it's almost.